Welcome back to our National Trust Grand Tour. Today we're visiting Winchester City Mill, one of the oldest watermills in the UK, nestled right in the heart of historic Winchester in Hampshire. This charming old building has stood for well over 1,000 years, grinding grain for monarchs and townfolk alike across the centuries. And there's a wonderful surprise at the back of the mill. Keep watching to find out what that is. As you approach the mill, you'll notice the beautiful red brick building straddling the River Itchen, the very force that powered its wheel for generations. The current building was largely rebuilt in 1744 by James Cook, giving the mill much of the character it still holds.
Winchester was once the grand capital of Anglo-Saxon England, and here, beside the gentle River Itchen, the mill stands as a reminder of the city's industrious past. Records show milling taking place on this very spot as early as 932 AD, and by the time of the Domesday Book in 1086, it was listed as one of the most profitable mills in the entire country. Milling eventually came to a halt in the early 1900s, but after extensive restoration work by the National Trust, the mill roared back to life in 2004, ending a 90-year pause in its story. Sadly, the waterwheel was decommissioned in 2023 after being deemed unsuitable for continued use. Fundraising is now underway to restore the wheel and bring traditional milling back to Winchester once again.
Stepping down beneath the mill building, you can see exactly where the waterwheel sits. Down here, the power of the River Itchen becomes unmistakable as it splits into narrow channels called mill races that accelerate the flow. Winchester City Mill has a single waterwheel, positioned in the left-hand mill race, and when it was operating, it turned around 7 to 8 times per minute, driving the gears and millstones you'll find in the mill room above.
Stepping out of the back of the mill room, we discovered something we absolutely weren't expecting. Hidden behind the mill walls is a charming, almost exotic island garden, a peaceful green oasis right in the centre of Winchester. The winding path leads you through tall, lush planting, and for a moment it feels more like wandering through a jungle than a garden in Hampshire. It's the perfect spot to grab a coffee, enjoy a treat from the cafe, and soak up the soothing soundtrack of flowing water and birdsong, a truly tranquil escape in the middle of the city.
If you have extra time and fancy exploring another National Trust site nearby, we would recommend a trip to Watermill, just a 30-minute drive from the City Mill. Watermill is a former Augustinian priory that later became a grand country estate. It's celebrated for its historic house, ancient spring and world-renowned gardens, as well as its significant 20th century art collection. If walking or cycling is your preference, then Winchester City Mill is the official gateway to the South Downs National Park, including a 100-mile national trail.
So why visit Winchester City Mill? Well, it's a chance to step inside 1,000 years of working history and explore a peaceful spot right in the heart of the city. Whether you're into heritage, wildlife, or just want a quiet corner to pause for a moment, the mill offers something genuinely different. It's a small place with a big story. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, we'd love you to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you soon for the next stop on our National Trust Grand Tour.